Hi. So I was supposed to publish something else, but you guys wanted me to discuss the third quarter earnings of Hybe. They just released it, and a lot of you were asking how come their stock prices are actually going up when the earnings, net earnings and gross profit actually went down year on year and from last quarter. So let's look into the numbers and try to understand what's actually happening. So this is their official document. I'm not inventing anything. This is what they released. Okay, and they release this every quarter to all for all of their investors. All right. So this is the bottom line. Um, so this is the 2024 third quarter, and this is the 2023 from 2020, sorry, third quarter 2023. The reason it's important to compare year on year or the same time frame of this year to last year is trends. So for example, if I'm a retailer and I compare my sales on January, no, sorry, on October to my sales on November, November is probably gonna win because it's nearing Christmas. And if I compare my December sales to my November sales, November will always lose because it's Christmas time. So people are shopping for gifts. So it's not a fair comparison. So it's better to actually compare year on year or from the same time frame from the previous year because the trends are the same. So if I look at my sales December of last year compared to December of this year, it's going to be more accurate because the same behavior will show up. People are still shopping because of Christmas. Then I am going to better gauge if my marketing tactics and my products are actually good, and this is what the market demands, all of those stuff. Okay, so this is what this highlighted one is actually 2024 third quarter. The first one is third quarter of 2023, and the one beside that is last quarter, so Q2 of 2024. Now, as you can see, there is they went up from, sorry, so as you can see, they went down from year on year third quarter, so from 537 billion to 527 billion. So that's their total revenue. The artist direct involvement. So this would be albums, concerts, shows, ad appearances, anything that directly involves the body of the artist, that is artist direct involvement, there is an increase. So from 31 billion to 34 billion year on year. And if you compare it to the last quarter, 30 billion to 34 billion, still an increase. Okay, even the artist's indirect involvement, there is an increase. 155 billion quarter three of 2023. There is a decrease quarter two 2024 to 204 third quarter of 2024. All right, the next important indicator would be EBITDA. Okay, so EBITDA is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Meaning, this is what Hybe is earning before they actually pay taxes, before they if they are renting or paying off something, an asset that they bought that they're paying monthly amortization, all of those things. Before all of those things, this is their profit, and before depreciation of their assets or of the money that they have. So from there is also a decrease 465 billion quarter three of last year to 473 billion of this quarter this year. Okay, and then their not net profit, there's a considerable drop. It was 99 billion to 1.4 billion this quarter. And it was also a decrease from last quarter because that was 10 billion from last quarter and 1.44 this quarter. Okay. Now, some of the things they highlighted is are the things that actually happened in quarter three. One of which is Cat's Eye. The only thing that's interesting here is that they only mentioned Cat's Eye. They didn't mention anybody else. Of course, we know that Jimin actually released this album in the third quarter, but they mentioned specifically Cat's Eye. They also mentioned the increase in streaming, the streaming power of Hybe. It's increasing now. And then they highlighted Weverse's new features, one of which is the ability to actually put ads inside the Weverse app. So I think we're going to expect seeing more ads in our Weverse app if you're a regular user of that. Okay, and then if also you're a regular user of the Weverse app on your phone, you're going to notice that there has been considerable change in the layout of the dashboard and the total experience when you're in there. Specifically, it used to be that once you land on the site, the first thing on the site on the platform, the first thing that that you will see would be comments from fans. They changed that, so there is a highlight section, and that usually shows the posts of members or if there are announcements, projects, and then the next tab will be fans. Next tab would be the posts of artists, fan letters, media, stuff like that. And then the shop button is also there. Okay, now they're consolidated, so everything else, so the bottom line is they are still in the positive. Okay, they didn't lose any money. It's just that the earnings decreased from year on year, third quarter of last year, and the last quarter of this year, but they didn't lose money. So if you compare this to SM Entertainment, I am going to show you, if you give me a minute, the the reports of SM Entertainment. All right, so you should be seeing it now. Also, this came from their own website. This is the report that they submit to their investors. Okay, this is the bottom line. The revenue decreased 9% year on year to Korean 242 billion point two. And then the operating profit also decreased, and the net profit also decreased to 3.7 billion. Okay, so in the end, this is their net income. This is the third quarter. This is their net income. They are at 16 billion. So this is half. This is actually less than half of what they used to have for year on year. So third quarter of 2023. They did better, way better than Hybe, because Hybe is at 1.4, but they are at 16 billion. Okay. But both decreased from year on year and from last quarter. And then they broke down the earnings from their subsidiaries. So SMCNC, this is what you should be looking at, third quarter of 2023. So from the total revenue is 121.8, which is a decrease from year on year, third quarter of 2023. That's a decrease. And also, but an increase from last quarter. So this is how it is broken down from to each of their subsidiaries, how much money each subsidiary is actually bringing in. So SMCNC, SMC, Key East, SMBM, SMLDG, Dreammaker, and others. And then these are the music lineup that they have and the releases that they scheduled for the next quarter. So it is important for them. So this is October, November, December, last quarter. It's important for them to report the next activities because this is going to encourage their investors to continue investing in them, knowing that there are a lot of things that are planned. They also announced some of the concerts that are lined up. So you have Yuta, Wavy, Suho is going to Japan, Boa, Love Boa, Chanyeol, NCT Dream, Doyoung, NCT Wish, TVXQ still reigning in Japan. My God, the longevity of this group has to be studied because they've been reigning in Japan for so long now. Mino, Espa. Okay, so these are all the concerts that they have. So in other words, they did not land on the negative. It's just a decrease in their net profit from third quarter of last year. Now, the interesting thing is, I will show you this next. All of the entertainment companies, their stocks are actually rising. So this is today. as I screen capped all of this about, I'll say 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So everyone is actually going up. So for today, Hybe is up 2.64 at 202. So they have broken, we usually call it the resistance. That is the level or the price that they can't seem to break. They were able to break that. So they are back into the 200 range. So 2.64, and then 3.20 for SM Entertainment for today, and then 5.19 for JYP, not bad, and then 2.38 for YG Entertainment. So that is just for today. But as you know, you shouldn't be looking at stocks short term. You should always try to pull back and see a wider view of things. 5 days and everyone are still going up. 3% for Hybe, 9% for SM Entertainment, 13% for JYP, and 6.16 for YG. A lot of people are saying that this is being carried by Rose's stunning performance of Apathy, which is a collaboration with Bruno Mars. Okay, now let's pull back even farther, and this is 1 month. So 1 month, Hybe went up 16.71%. Great. SM Entertainment went up 14.86%, and JYP went up 13.17%. YG Entertainment went up 14.48. Perfect. All investments are going up. So if you bought some stocks from Hybe right around this time, SM right around this time, JYP right around this time, YG right around this time, congratulations, you actually gained money. However, if you pull back and do year to date, everyone is still down. And as we know, that is a natural thing. It was an industry wide slump in the beginning of the year. So 16, Hybe is still down 16% from the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year, where they were almost at 250, they are now at 202, but still down 16%. SM Entertainment is down 17.65%. They were up around 93, 94. They are currently at 77. JYP Entertainment is still down 44.08%. Oh my. So from right around 100, they were really flying last quarter of last year. They are still at 56,701. And then YG Entertainment is down 9.36%. They were at around 48, 47, and they are now at 43. So a little bit more for them to go back to where they were in the beginning of the year. I think all of them will actually start going back to where they were last year. Now, the question is, why are all these things happening? One is that the SM, sorry, not SM, China. China actually listed South Korea as a non-visa country. So Koreans can now enter China without a visa, and it is everyone is taking it as a sign that things are becoming better. The relationship between China and South Korea is becoming better, and that is encouraging investors, tourists to exchange. Okay, that's one. For Hybe, the anticipation in Jin's release, and of course the return of J-Hope. So they're all anticipating that, and that is contributing to the confidence of investors coming back. Third is that Hybe was actually able to return the stocks. Those that liquidated their options, they were able to get another investor to finance the liquidations of those stocks, and that means that they are safe for another 2 to 3 years, and that has boosted the confidence of a lot of investors. The mere fact that there is this one company willing to finance that means that there is a company, a huge one at that, an investment company that has full confidence in Hybe, and that's pulling the confidence of other investors. The question is, why are the others also experiencing some increase? So in stock prices, YG, as everyone is I guess, theorizing it's because of Rosé's Apathy release with Bruno Mars. This is undoubtedly going to give her some boost in the release of her full album. And then JYP, they're anticipating the continuation. Actually, Stray Kids is currently touring. They sold out their Japan tour, and apparently there is more demand. So that's a good sign. And people are anticipating that they're most likely going to continue and do a North America and European tour for the next year, 2025. Twice is also going to release a new album. Touring Data just released some of the records that they have established. They totally smashed the most number of audience, or the biggest audience for a single concert of a K-pop artist. They established that in their Nissan Stadium concert. So, okay, so that's another thing that they're also anticipating that. For SM Entertainment, they announced some plans for ESPA. They also announced the release, or the planned launch of a new group, a new girl group. Apparently there will be more members. They teased the picture of the group. There's like nine, I think, or 11. I don't, there's a lot of them. So people are anticipating this is going to be um, Girls' Generation 2.0 or something like that. So things are looking up, and that is good for the industry. But let's see what's going to happen. But for those who invested a month ago, congratulations, you are getting your investments back. Also, this is a sign that stocks is really just a portfolio investment. It's not really a, it can be basically influenced by others that are also investing, so that can be manipulated. The better way, the if you really are looking to invest, the best way to the best thing to check would be the bottom line and the investments and the direction of the company. If you believe that the company has a vision and that they're actually going somewhere, then that you have a better chance at growing your investments rather than just looking at the stock market. All right, that is it. We are still waiting for the YG formal release of the report for quarter three of this year, and the same thing is true for JYP. When that comes in, I will let you know. Thank you. If you have any questions, suggestions, any topic that you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And of course, share the video if you can. Also, if you want to, please follow me on X or on Twitter, also on Instagram and on Patreon. We do have a free tier if you want to just try things out. It's a vibrant community. You can say whatever it is that you want to say, things that you're afraid to say because you might get mobbed or hated with your unpopular opinion. You will be free to say it there for as long as you say it respectfully. See you there.